Alright, so this is my fourth time visiting Hanoi for a contest, but I believe today, this time, must hit different, as I don't come here to compete, but I come here to share with you my story and messages. Okay, so follow me, and I'll bring you to my word. Alright, my speech today is divided into 4 parts, and let's come to the first one, my story. In my life until now, there are 2 times I broadened my horizon. One is when I first stepped into my high school. Second is when I first met my mentor. Alright, so let's begin with the first story, when I became a high school student. Well, I'm currently an 11th grader of Mount2 High School for the Gifted in Nhật, where excellent people were around everywhere. Okay, so in the last year of secondary school, while all of my friends started for a normal high school, my decision at that time was a surprise and aberration for the others. That was, I started up for a school for the gifted. I practiced a lot, I made efforts, then came the test day, and the result was, yes, I passed. When I put my first step into that school, everything was still new for me. The excellent people were everywhere, and that was the moment I realized how small I was. I know, I could be the best student in my hometown, but I wasn't the best student in the school for the gifted, and that is the motivation for me to try harder. Next, let's come to the second story, when I first got to know my mentor. Well, actually this is my mentor. That mentor is also the mentor of myself in this contest today. And this is not the first time we meet each other. We already got to know each other from a previous speaking contest in the beginning of 2022, which was called Speak to Lit. And at that time, when we worked with each other, he provided me many things like innovation, motivation, inspiration, creativity, and like the hard-working vibe. So I really admired him. Then I realized that he was the champion of the debaters in 2019. At that time, I didn't know what debate was, but because I really admired him, I started searching for debate, and I ended up loving debate so much because it is really interesting. Then I love debate and I pursue debate. In the previous route in the video, I did mention a thing that is, in my hometown, debate is such a strange definition. Like no one knows about debate. So it obviously becomes to that I become the pioneer of my province in debating field. So interesting, right? So due to all the things that I've just said, the inspirations, I have built a long list of the things that I want to get in the future. So let's come to the second part, my future ambitions and plans. Well, I'm currently having 3 big ambitions. The first one is mastering at 7 languages, including English, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Russian, French, and Spanish. 2, I want to become one of the best debaters in Vietnam. And 3, I want to have enough ability to attend in National Excellent Student Competition for the English major. So why do I have those targets? I know those targets are really, oh my god, really big, right? But why do I have those targets? I want to extend the limit of myself. And I know that those targets will help me a lot in the future. Alright, so what have I gained until now? Yeah, I gained a lot. I gained the depression, I gained the failures, I gained the sadness, but also happiness and achievements, such as I passed and got a slot to learn at Mount2 High School for the Gifted with a high score in top 10. I got many achievements in many competitions, such as Speak to Lit, Speak to Inspire, the Debate Challenge, Asian Online Debating Championship, and so on. And I got much of advanced knowledge and basic Korean and Japanese. Sounds interesting, right? So how can I get those things? And what is the difference between me and the people around me? Alright, let's come to the third part. The difference between me and my friends around. I know there are a lot of people out there who are better than me. I know that I'm still a starter on my way to success, but I have a thing that many people do not have. What is that? Listen. After hearing me present all the things above, I have 2 questions for you. 1, why starting at the same point? Many friends of mine still cannot break their limit, while I'm standing here in Hanoi for the 4th time and confidently and openly sharing with you my story. 2, why is that when debate is uncommon in my province? While I already flown from the south to the north to attend more than 10 debating competitions and become the pioneer in my province in the debating aspect. Why is that? What is the magic here? What is the difference between me and the people around me? That is mindset. Okay, let's come to the last part. So, what is the lesson that you can learn from me? After saying all the things, I've concluded lessons for myself and also for you guys, listeners. That is, do not just dream. The things that you have to do is 1, set a goal. 2, make a plan. And 3, do it. The things that you have to do is to believe in yourself, that you can do something and do it. If you do not have the chance to do something, please create it. Create a chance. And I am an obvious example for you to follow. Let me analyze. If I hadn't believed that I could learn at specialized school, I would not have signed up for it. If I hadn't signed up for it, how could I know that how much I had to try and whether or not I could learn at a specialized school? If I hadn't learned at a specialized school, how could I attend the competition for the specialized students? If I hadn't attended that competition, how could I meet my mentor and know about debate? If I hadn't known about debate, how could I become the pioneer of my province in debate skills? How? Alright, so what is the thing that I want to tell you now? That is, if you love something or someone, don't just dream about it. You have to draw out a plan. You have to believe in yourself that you can do it, and do it without hesitation. If you love something you love something, you have to do things step by step to get it or to become it. If you love someone or admire someone, you have to do things step by step to be better and to work with them, to meet them. Alright, so at the end of the day, I have 3 things to tell you. 1, think big, do big. 2, believe in yourself, you can build your own wings. 3, follow a principle. Set a goal, make a plan, and carry it out. You will succeed. I know that there are sometimes you will feel really exhausted of your goals, but you have to remember why you start, and then you will try harder. Okay, remember, a lover is a fighter. If you love something, you have to fight for it, and you have to believe in yourself that you can do it. If you don't believe in yourself, who will believe in you? No one. Okay, that is for today. Thank you for your listening. Hope that you guys can understand me and express my messages to your community if it's useful. Thank you a lot.
Xin cảm ơn thể hiện Nguyễn Lê Nhật Tú. Một lần nữa xin chúc mừng em. Và tiếp theo chúng ta sẽ cùng nhau đến với thí sinh Trần Gia Hân tới từ BCIS thành phố Hồ Chí Minh.
Hân đã từng không thể kiên trì với những kế hoạch